What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today we're taking a look at a little game called Cosmoteer. The way that I would describe this game is that it's like Factorio in space. So the game doesn't actually have a whole lot to tell what it is so far. There's not a lot of content here. Basically, there's a bounty hunter mode where you jump from system to system fighting guys to get money to make your ship more awesome every single time you kill another ship. I don't know what the content of the game is going to be like, if it's going to be like FTL or if it's going to be like Star Sector or anything like that later on. But for right now, what I can tell you is that the game is basically a StarCraft builder in which you have to set up like logistical supply chains inside your craft to make sure that all your guns have different like ammo being produced properly and to make sure your crew can get from point A to point B to properly ferry items around. And that's what the game's got going for it. Let's check the game out because I don't think that talking about it is really going to be a great way to show it off. We're going to go with Bounty Hunter. I'm not going to be doing the tutorial. I'll just ignore the whole thing and talk to you about how the game functions. So welcome to our ship. We can change the view like so. We can put the top on, take the top off, whatever you want to do. Have them convertible spaceships. It's a luxury that only the most dead of individuals can enjoy. We've got a number of things on this ship that you'll want to know about. We got a couple of thrusters. So we got little thrusters on the sides that allow us to go back and forth and kind of shift the ship left and right, do little strafing actions. We got two larger engines down here. We've got back burners right here so that we can go in reverse. I've even got the little beep thing that goes beep, beep, even though in the vacuum of space you can't hear it. But still, you don't want to bump up your fender, you know? You don't want to mess up the bumper or anything like that on a ship. And then we got our thrusters down here. Right here is our reactor. Our reactor produces batteries, which are used to charge up various areas of the ship. These little crewmen right here will go in there and get batteries and take them to the places they need to go. Those places are our control room. We can't do anything without a control room. And you can see the little HUD in the control room. It will actually dim out. Like these little yellow parts will actually go downwards, almost like a health bar as it gets lower. And let you see him right there. He just moved that one in. Exactly what I'm talking about. We've got our lasers up here. Those are going to be our weapons. That's how we're going to protect our neck, just in case anybody wants to give us flack. In some cases, maybe literally. And so for right now, we've got 4 laser cannons. We've got 4 extra crew. And it's time for us to go bounty hunting. Hunting me will go. I'm going to build a new laser cannon right there, just because I feel like you can never have enough guns. You will see here, 1 crewman will go and man it, and they will take some batteries over, and now the laser is functioning. Huzzah! We have lasers. I'm going to press escape to go back into flight mode. If you want to fly around, you just right-click, and your ship will go wherever you want it to go, spouting flame and straightening itself out and stabilizing and all that stuff. We have an enemy target right here. I'm going to go after him first. He seems like a pretty awesome victim to go after. We'll pause and talk about what combat entails in just a moment. It is a, what are you? You're a Y-Scout. What does a Y-Scout have going on? He's got 2 laser cannons. His reactor core is in the middle. If you blow up the reactor core, you win! The whole ship blows up. And so don't get your reactor core blown up. I'm going to tell them specifically to target the laser cannons before we get into range of this guy so that we can wipe out his weapons early and not take any damage. So there it is. The first laser is down. I'm going to swap my targeting to the next one over. Yep, just keep on firing. Down he goes, and so now we can actually actively target his reactor to get him up and out of our way and solve the problem that is this guy that's just trying to murder us. Like, who is this dude? Why would he do that? Why does he have star decals on his vehicle? I don't know, maybe he appreciates the stars. That's why he became a starship captain. Now he's a starship corpse, and so I can't really help that much. Our ship has been damaged in the fray. Any blocks that are destroyed, you can click on this little red icon right here, say repair all, and it will instantly repair everything on your ship, which is a super cool feature, just considering the fact that, like, some games, you build your ship, you spend like hours on it, it's super awesome, and then it gets halfway destroyed, and you've got to like piece it back together, and it never looks the same as it did the first time, the second time you build it. It never does. It never looks right. And so anyways, I like the fact that you can instantly rebuild your ship, provided you have enough money. It just saves the blueprint inside the internal whatevers of the game. I don't know if it's RAM. I don't know if it's like hard drive. I don't know. I don't know technical stuff. What's with the pirates in this galaxy and all their absurd amounts of stars on everything? Man, out here like their nemesis, just stars. Can I put a star on it? If I can't put a star on it, I don't want it on my ship. Alright, so let's go ahead and shoot him to death real fast. The first couple ships are basically gimmies. They shouldn't be that challenging for you to take care of. They should be quite easy to destroy. You're not going to struggle too hard, but you will get paid fairly well. And so, you know, the task of murdering guys, going pretty solidly right now. Let's go ahead and we'll repair whatever damage has gone to the ship. It looks like they messed up one of our thrusters, but aside from that, we're in pretty good shape. We weigh 62 tonnes, We weigh 62 tonnes right now, dude. I'm heating up. I got this hoagie sandwich. Oh, God, I got this hoagie sandwich in my oven right now. I'm reheating his leftovers from the other night. Dude, doodly bro. It's going to taste so good. It's starting to smell in the house, though. It's starting to make the house smell like cooking food, and I'm trying to get this episode done, and I'm, like, trying to get in here and be, like, objective about the game. But, frankly, I'll be honest with you. I'm just excited about the food that's waiting for me right now. I might just make a cut in the middle of the episode to go eat that food and then come back fully fueled. Is this another Y Scout over here? But why? Because I want to kill you. That's why. That's why. We're going to pull on up, give him the brucka. There it is. Oh, he wiggled a little bit. Wiggle foamy. Just wiggle foamy. There we go. So we got one cannon down right there. We're probably reloading it right about this point, which is why our rate of fire has gone down. We are going to take a little bit of damage right there. In fact, he has managed to break off one of our modules, which is not going to kill off the crew. The crew, like, instantly respawns, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, these guys must all be on the same team or something like that. They got stars for days out here. It's okay, because we're in space, and we got stars for days, too. They can't intimidate me based on that criteria. And so what I'm going to do is let's repair everything. And because we've killed everything in this area, we need to build an FTL drive so we can jump to another spot and we can start getting into a few more fights, getting things kind of locked in and making sure that we're earning the cash that we need in order to make ourselves uber wealthy out here in the expanse of whatever this system is that we're inside of. I don't know. I'm going to call it the fried egg system because it looks a little bit like a fried egg. There's no, like, yolk, but the rest of it, you know. Oh, there's other little areas we can jump to, too. Cool. Little solar systems we can be a part of. Well, for right now, I'm going to have to be a captain apart because we are going to tear this thing apart and we're going to rebuild it from scratch because that's what I'm all about. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start whacking parts off this thing. That's right. That might be one of the first times you've heard me say a phrase, whack off parts, without making some kind of masturbation joke. I'm going to leave this how it is in the back, actually. I think I look okay right there. But this ship is not my style. This ship is not my style. We've got about, 80 grand to play around with. We don't want to make the ship too large and crazy, but we will go out of our way to kind of make it sort of cool. I want it to be sort of cool, so that's what I'm going to do with it. We can right-click to change the facing of objects if we wanted to build stuff. I know that you can make diagonals somewhere, but in general... Oh, we can just mirror it? Okay, let's mirror it then. That'll be easier. We'll mirror everything. And so, oh, it actually does it actively. That's kind of cool. I like that. So we'll go up like so. From there, we'll go up like this. I tend to like gull wing designs on my craft. That tends to be what I prefer. I will more than likely put that in right there just to even it out a tad. And then we will go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but you know what? It'll work out. And then we'll do something a little bit like this, right? Oof, that is not what I wanted either. It's okay. I can fix this. I can fix this. We'll go out a little ways like that right there. So we've got kind of like a, I don't know, it looks all right for right now. I can make it look better. I think it kind of expands out a little bit too far. I got to go back on this one right here. I got to go back and break out the ratchet right there. That's fine. Things are about to get ratchet up in this bitch. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to go one down right there. And we'll do something like that. That looks pretty cool. I think I can live with that. And then we'll make like a little lippy thing on this side just to round it out a little bit further. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think I can live with that. I'll probably add like one more to the point right there. One more to the point just to say that I did. And so we got about 65 grand left. We need an FTL drive. We need crew quarters. Okay. There's a couple of things that we need to add in here. So what I'm going to do is we are going to take... we can get shield generators. That'd be pretty sweet. I need a control room. Control room probably should not be at the front end of the ship. Should probably be in the back somewhere just in case it gets shot. Let me take us out of mirror mode for right now. And I'm going to put the control room right there. And we'll just hope that we don't get shot from behind. I'm going to put in the FTL drive right there. Aside from that, what other things do I want to add to this mighty fine ship? What other things look good? Well... if that's going to be the front, I should probably make this a tad more bulbous on this front end. It's got kind of like a, I don't know. Let's round it out slightly right there. Yeah, that'll do it. That looks good. I can't round it out too much further down here just because our engine, like we've got these little side thrusters right here. We can't build inside of that, unfortunately, and so that's just going to be what it is. We got 4 thrusters on the back. I'm okay with that. That looks pretty good for me. I would take another thruster and another thruster just to make us a little bit faster. We need forward-facing thrusters that make us go backwards. And so what I'll do is I'll drop those right there so that we can back up and we can also brake if we need to. Boom, bang, 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 bang. I'm about to brake. We've got power storage. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, put power storage right there. I think we can manage that. We've got all the core systems we need anyways. As far as weapons go, let's get some small lasers lined up. I'm going to say it's probably a wise idea to have... Let's go a small laser right there, a small laser right there. Looks pretty good to me. I think I can live with that. And then the final thing we're going to need is some crew quarters. I don't know if I'm doing this effectively or not. I might be making massive mistakes when it comes to orchestrating and running my crew. But for the moment, optimal crew would be like 18 is what it's saying right now. 18 crew would be optimal. I'm thinking a battery storage would actually do better if I moved it over to like these areas. I think that would do more solidly. It's auto-saving for us right now. That's okay. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to cut that part. And we're going to bring it over to here so that we have the battery. And then I'll take this out right here. There we go. And then I will also take another one. And it's probably easier just to do it like this. Yep, just like that. So now we got power batteries nearby so that the crew that are running around don't have to get all crazy. I probably should have just built a 6-bed on each side. That would have given us more crew, but oh well. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. I would love to have fire extinguishers, so let's go ahead and make that happen. Because fires are a problem in this game. Fires are a very real problem. They will burn your entire ship down, and you will cry, and you will be incredibly upset. I get incredibly upset whenever it happens, so I assume you will as well. It looks like we've got armor in here, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if I... How does armor work? Yeah, sure. Put in some armor. We got some money. Armor the areas that are on the front points that are not being utilized for anything else, because you know they're going to get shot, and that if that'll save us a little bit of pain, then we might as well do it. All right, let's jump on out. Let's see how this thing maneuvers. Yeah, looking pretty spiffy. Looking like it can get around at a reasonable rate. I don't think it's going to be flying. It's not going to be winning any beauty contests either. The other thing that we could do is we can also, if you wanted to see this feature, you can jump out and you can actually decorate the outside of the ship too, if you want, which is pretty sweet. You can go in and you can like add decals. You can remove decals. So if I go like high decals right here, and then I can just go like that, and then we can go to low decals. I can get rid of those ones right there so that they're not on the ship anymore. And then we could just like paint this ship to do whatever we want. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of customization in this game, and I think it's going to be pretty cool once they start actually putting the meat and potatoes of the game in. For right now, you've basically got like a starship simulator, or I'm sorry, a starship builder, and then you go out and you fight with your ship and see how it does. And then you kind of rinse and repeat. But once they start adding in like trade and diplomacy and, you know, missions and stuff like that, I'm excited about Cosmoteer. I told you there's going to be a cut in the middle. I had to eat my sandwich. It was too delicious. I can't play Cosmoteer on an empty stomach. I need to be able to engineer to make sexy craft. We do have 10 grand left. I'm a little bit concerned that like our front hard points are just going to get pelted. Like I'm really worried that they're going to get like dominated, because in the next zone we're going to come across some pretty nasty enemies. So I kind of want to put shields on them, but if I put shields on them, like there's a pretty good chance I won't have enough money to fix the ship if we end up getting busted up. And so tough choice. Tough choice. Ooh, I can put in armor wedges though. Ooh. That's not terrible. Yeah, that's how I'll round the ship off. Ooh. I mean, they're a little expensive, but they'll make the ship look less like edgy than it is right now, because I feel like the ship is very... It's a little edgy at the moment, and it could be less edgy, you know? Like, it could be a lot less edgy. That's like that, and then that's like that. There we go. Now we're looking better. Now it's starting to look more like a professional ship. All right, let's go ahead and drop on out of this menu. What does it look like if you go to the palette menu? Oh, the armor just has like little thingies on it. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's go to the next zone. We got an FTL drive. It's time to bounce up out of here. Let's find a place that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. FTL jump to wherever we're going. Gonna fly, gonna hit the button right now. Try not to die. Wobbity, 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 wobbity. Look at that. Our reactor makes dubstep. What a dope little reactor. Is there a reason? Oh, they've got to carry things over there. Gotcha. Huh, I thought our reactor would have enough. Ding! Let's go. Engaging warp drive so that we can go murder people in space, because that's apparently the only job available in space, is murdering other people in space. Like, we all went to space and we were like, you know what, we're not going to continue these Earth-related hijinks once we get out here of, like, murdering each other by the hundreds of thousands. But nope, we got out here and the lasers started shooting. They're like, wait, you mean that I can shoot somebody and it will express fluorescently? And I'd be like, oh god, I wish I hadn't said anything. And they'd be like, well, sign me up right now. We have to do this. This ship looks terrifying, but it's only got, like, guns on the front and guns on the sides. So let's engage. Hopefully we can wipe out that front gun pretty quickly. That's going to leave him in a pretty serious disadvantage, in all fairness, because he's going to have to rotate. Is that a blaster right there? Or what is that? Oh, that's point defense. Never mind. Point defense. If you don't know what point defense is, it's a little gun that shoots down missiles. That's all that it is. Like, it shoots down projectiles and makes sure that you don't get owned. Perfect. Wiped him out and actually got a nice little payday without having to hurt ourselves too badly. I'm thinking what we need right now is we're going to need some kind of... We need more crew, actually, because we've got enough batteries, but the batteries aren't being taken to the guns fast enough. So, let's go ahead and repair the ship, and then we're going to add more crew quarters to this thing. Preferably, we'll add a 4-spot on each of these, although that does put the crew at risk for getting murked the next time we get ourselves into trouble. It makes them a little bit more susceptible to getting owned. But at the same time, they're basically owned right now. Like, I summon them. Oh, yeah, we can customize what our crew look like, too. I'm going to put them all in red shirts, because that's basically what they are right now anyways. They're basically all red shirts, so why concern yourselves with the specificity of the whole thing? Let's just get to the chase and be like, listen, you're all going to die on this ship. You should just accept it. We're going to go close the gap with this dude over here, because he's looking at me funny, and he's got to go. We can speed the game up to get there more rapidly. And that was actually my hope, is that he was going to break off from this group, because fighting 2 ships at a time can be a little bit nasty. It can be unfortunate. So let's bring ourselves in here. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Now, here we go. Now, here we go. What the shit is that? An electro bolt deals little damage but short circuit systems, causing them to lose power. Effective against shields. I guess shoot the laser blasters. If it doesn't deal damage, why are we concerned about it? Kill the stuff that actually does deal damage. This guy has a considerable quantity of guns, though, so we'll want to do that pretty rapidly before this gets worse. Shoot that right there. It looks like he has shorted out some of our guns, but we've basically killed all of his. And so we'll finish off that one right there. And that's what you get, amigos. Anything on fire right now? I thought I saw fire on the ship. Fire is all kinds of bad. You don't want fire on the ship. Fire in space is troublesome. Go ahead and whittle your way down into his core. And once you've got that done, I think we'll have ourselves a wrap over here. Got ourselves a wrap. And so down goes the reactor. Yes, there it goes. All right, so we got about 20 grand for him, which is pretty sweet. And we only spent 700 on repairs, so that's fantastic. Let's find our next little target over here. This guy looks like he's making a beeline for us right now. This dude wants it. This dude's trying to get it right now, and get it he shall. What do you have? Just a blaster on the front? Dude, you messed up. You messed up bad. Ain't no missiles on my ship, so all that point defense ain't doing you no good. Not a single little bit. Continue firing. Sehr gut, and he's been destroyed. Let's continue firing at the core. We'll try and go get him, and we will earn ourselves a nice little paycheck here today. Hey, don't turn your booty at me. That's unkind. You can't just show me the ass like that. Come on. You gotta make it... I'm gonna kill you either way. You might as well make it easy on me. Like, no! I'm gonna bleed everywhere. It's gonna be horrible. I'm like, fair enough, but, you know, we could do this a simpler way. 200 damage right there. I am actually going to move that over to there. And then, I don't know what the copy key is, but we could use another reactor core, and we have the money for it, so we might as well put another one in right there. And so we've got another reactor core. It's not exactly the most organized setup that I've ever had, but it does give us options. I mean, it's not too terrible. I think it'll work. Now, the other option are shield generators, which I don't know precisely where I want to post these. I would assume somewhere like that, where it would cover 2 of the inside guns, 1 on each side, is probably the best way to do it. So there we go, shield generator up, and let's see how this whole thing runs. Let's have a look as they do their little thing right now. I got the game paused, but I'd like to see them run around and get everything charged up. So it looks like the shield batteries can take some hits. Ooh, very nice. We've got minimal overlap right there. I'll probably consider taking this. Now that I have shields, I'm going to take you and scooch you to the front like so. So we've got a nice little corridor right here. Shouldn't cost me too much money, but it'll cost me a little bit of something. They're going to get everything charged up. It's looking good to me. We should be able to keep the blasters firing this time around, which I think is a bonus. So let's go ahead and close out the build menu. We'll find our last victim, and we're going to go ahead and we'll zip on over there and see if we can give him what for. Hell, we're going to give him what 5. He's going to try to survive, but nope. He's going to spin out in a dive. Oh, he's got a cannon on the front of his ship. Shit. These cannons hurt like a bitch, dude. I'm not even lying to you. These cannons right here are horrifying. They hurt so much. Just be very careful when dealing with enemies that have cannons. Ooh, the shield stopped it. Very good. That's fantastic. Oh, he's got another laser on the back right there. I didn't even see that one. Go ahead and open fire on it. There you go. Are all the guns charging right now? I want to see what each gun has going on. Are they able to keep their battery charge running? Good. It looks like we've reached some level of efficiency then. I'm happy that all the different systems are actively being charged. Having the shield generators up allowed us to get rid of some of that cannon fire that I was so terrified of, because believe me, that shit is bad. Like, you really don't want to eat cannon fire in this game if you can help it. I've got a little bit of FTL fuel. What's that going to cost me to buy? Oh my god, way too much. Okay, so just like in real life, fuel is absurdly expensive and makes me want to cry. What kind of weak-ass systems do we have around here that I could just roll out on? Let's go to Essastugel. Oh, it's at 70 away. Well, that's too far. We can't make that. Can we make that one? That one's 65 for amateur enemies. We are indeed an amateur right now. So let's buy the 5 that we need to get the jump drive moving. There we go. We'll jump over to here. FTL locked in. Let's go ahead and get this thing spooled. You're going to see a whole lot of people running a whole lot of batteries to this little room right here. Yeah, I love that interactivity, how they like put batteries in it and it starts spinning faster and faster, and then your drive gets all engaged. I love that. That's so badass. It's a really cool feature, and I like it, how they have to go over there and actually interact with the thing a bunch of times before anything happens. Our next target is going to be this little turd over here. We're going to create like a safe spot on this end of the map until things look a little bit better for us. He might have cannons. He might have, who knows what he might have. But either way, it's probably going to be nasty. What do you have? He's got a cannon and 2 lasers on the front. Jesus. This might be a rough one. Yes, indeed. If we can wipe out that cannon, sounds great to me. Wipe out one of those laser turrets. Very good. Wipe out the other laser turret, and he is helpless. The shields did take quite a little bit of a knock right there, but they're still working. They're still fired up, and we're still playing the game. We made about 16,000 right there for that enemy, which is good because we got to buy a lot of fuel pretty soon, and that's going to be rough. There's no repairs. The shields are actually soaking up what damage we were going to take pretty well. This game is called Cosmoteer. If you want to see more Cosmoteer, leave lots of comments. Be a commenteer. Be a like tier as well. Leave lots of that stuff down below, and I will absolutely cut another episode for you. We can hang out a little bit longer, make the ship a tad more badass, and check out some of the higher level stuff as we play this freeform little space piloting building game for right now. If you don't like the game, well, I won't do any more episodes. But what I will say is that you should definitely support the developer. This game is completely free right now. You can play it at no charge. The developer said that collecting feedback is more important than money to him right now, which is a sentiment that I very much respect. I think that's super awesome that he's willing to give the game away for free until it goes into its final release, just so he can bug test it a little bit better and make a better, more copacetic, cogent project. So, I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Support the developer. Got a link for you down below. Bye-bye, everybody!